All right, everyone, welcome to my lesson here. It's going to be at home arm workouts. So, we'll be focusing on three muscle groups: the forearms, biceps, and triceps. I'm going to give you guys um, exercises for each of these muscle groups that you can do at home with things that you can find around the house. So before I send you guys off into winter break, I don't want you guys to stop working out. I want to give you guys tools and resources to continue doing just that. So let's dive into it. So first things first, our learning objectives. We want to identify the muscles used. We want to learn safe exercises. We want to understand training basics, and we want to perform a sample workout, which I'm going to show everyone today. So we're going to identify the three muscle groups: the biceps, the triceps, and then the forearms. We want to learn safe exercises because exercises are no good if you are injured. And I want you guys to understand basic training principles. Moving on here, so our three muscle groups that we're going to be training are the forearms. Forearms help with grip and wrist control. So if you're, picking something up, you want to have good wrist control and grip. Biceps bend the arm. We call that flexion. So biceps take the arm and flex it like so. And then triceps straighten the arm. So picture this. So picture we are in outer space. We're in a vacuum. There's no gravity, nothing acting on my body, right? So if my bicep were to contract, which means squeeze, my bicep were to squeeze and contract, my arm would be like this, right? Now here on Earth, all that you would need to do is just relax my arm and it would go straight. But in outer space, there's no gravity. So how would my arm get back to being straight? It would require my triceps to contract on the underneath part of my arm to straighten the arm. So, in other words, we call this the agonist muscle and this the antagonist muscle. So, think agonist, antagonist, think opposites. So, other muscle groups that might involve that would be chest and back, quadriceps and hamstrings, so on and so forth. So the three exercises for forearms are wrist curls, farmer's carries, and towel squeezes. So I'm just going to demonstrate for you guys real quick. If you do have a dumbbell, that is great. If you don't, then you can pick up a 2-liter bottle of soda you can find in your fridge. You can find something else in your garage that has a little bit of weight to it and something that you can grip your hand around. So let me just slide my chair back here. Angle this up. So you're doing your wrist curls, right? You want the weight. No. There we go. No. You want the weight here by your side, right? And all you want to do is just curl your wrist, right? From the side too. You just want to curl your wrist like so, right? You can even go like this, get the top and bottom part of your arm, and then you want to switch over to the other one. All right, farmer's carries would be when I just grab two dumbbells like this and I just walk around, right? I can walk in circles, I can walk around the house, but the idea is I need to stabilize all the weight that I have next to me, and that is great for building muscle and endurance and all that. All right, and then the last one would be towel squeezes. So you would take a towel and you just want to squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Right? Simple. All three of those exercises do the same thing. They contract and tense up your forearm muscles, which is going to cause microscopic damage, which is going to lead to hypertrophy. All right, moving on here. We got bicep exercises. So I got another three here. So bicep curls, household items if needed. If you have no dumbbells at your disposal, you can, again, pick up anything that you can grip and has some weight to it. A a gallon of milk, has a little handle right there, works really well. So some exercises for that. So when doing the bicep curl, right, I'm gonna stand up again, take a step back, so just bear with me. All right, so when doing bicep curls, all right, it's really important that you get proper setup, right? Proper setup is everything. So you want to stand nice and tall, arms by your side, and you want to take the hand with the dumbbell in it, and you want to supinate your grip, right? When you hear the word supinate, think soup, right? Think I'm holding soup in my hand like this. That means palms are up, palms are facing forward. The opposite of that would be pronate, right? Pronate would mean hand down. Soup, I got soup here. I'm holding it in my hand. So palms supinated. I want to keep everything in a nice straight line. Elbow stacked over my wrist, shoulder stacked over my elbow, again stacked over my wrist. Everything's in a nice straight line here. And all I'm going to do is just curl up and then slow on the way down. This is the concentric contraction right here, eccentric contraction, right? From the side, concentric, eccentric, right? Notice how I'm not just getting here and then dropping it, right? That'd be skipping half my rep, right? We want to make sure we do the full rep. So I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm down. All right, and then again, if you don't have a dumbbell, then you can grab a towel or a blanket, and you just want to grip it about shoulder length apart like so, and you just want to put tension on it, which means pull your hands apart and then curl up like that, and then curl up like that. That's kind of doing the same thing. And then isometric holds. Isometric means just you want to hold it still. So an isometric hold would be if I just take the weight and I just hold it like this for as long as I can. All right. Now let me move my chair back. All right. Moving on to triceps. So we got 3 exercises. We got diamond push-ups, overhead extensions, and wall push-ups. All right, so I'm going to start with overhead extensions while I can do this seated. So you want to take the dumbbell right set up. You want to put it over your head and then bend your elbow, put it right behind your head like so. And then all you're going to do is just straighten your arm, right? Triceps are made for straightening your arm. So put your arm straight above your head, and then just at your elbow, right? This part of your arm, the humerus, does not move at all. You're only moving at your elbow, right? You're only extending at your elbow like so, right? And you want to switch hands and do the other side. You can also do diamond push-ups. Diamond push-ups is when you make a diamond like this and with your hands, and you do push-ups like that. All right, so I'll be here doing push-ups like so with this kind of grip. And you can also do wall push-ups, right? You can go up against the wall. Let's see if you can see me here. Go against the walls, lean into it, and do push-ups that way. All right, let's bring it on back. All right, so before we move on, why might the name triceps have that tri in the front of it? Anyone know? Oh, because there's 3 muscles in it, right? If we're going back to biceps, bi means 2. So biceps has 2 muscles in it, the long head, short head. And then triceps has 3 muscles in it, long head, short head, and medial head. All right, let's move on here. So let's talk about a sample workout. So all you need is 12, 15 minutes in order to get a good arm workout. And you can do this every other day, not every day, because your arms need rest. They need recovery time in order for them to grow. So when doing a sample workout or just doing a workout in general, right, this is the sample. Forearms, you want to do 2 sets of 12 reps and then 2 sets of 30-second squeezes on that towel. So we don't have to, in the weight room, less is more. More is not always better. You want to do less, but really challenge yourself. So 2 by 12, right? That set is the first number, and the repetitions are the second number. Always biceps 2 by 12, 2 by 20 holds, right? Bicep curls, and then triceps 2 by 10 dips, right? So a dip would be hinging at your elbows, but instead of dips, we're just going to go with overhead tricep extension like so, and then 2x8 push-ups, right? And then we're going to start here, right? Or we might even start less. But the idea here is that we progressively overload, which means, right, the first time we do this, we're doing a 2x12. Next time I do the workout, I'm doing a 2x15, then a 2x20, and that gets easy. So then I up the sets, right? So now I'm doing a 3x12, and then a 3x15, a 3x20, then 4, and then so on and so forth. Because your body's going to adapt and it's going to get used to the stimulus. So you need to change the stimulus in order to force an adaptation. So you can't just do the same weight for the same reps every single time and expect all this progress. You're going to eventually plateau, right? And you need to force your body to go into that protein synthesis again and start adding more muscle to your body. All right, let's talk about some quick safety tips here. Make sure you warm up right. You don't want to just shock a cold muscle. You want to make sure that muscle's nice and warm and loose. You can do that by some stretching, right? You want to use slow control movements, like I said earlier. If you curl up and then just drop the arms, you're skipping half your repetition because you have two sides of the repetition. You have your concentric contraction, your eccentric contraction. Both are equally as important, so don't skip them. Make sure that you're breathing, right? As you're doing the movement, don't hold your breath. Your muscles require oxygen, so make sure you're breathing in order to get them that oxygen. And if any pain occurs, obviously your body's trying to tell you something, so you want to stop and assess what's going on, what's causing you pain. Benefits of these at-home workouts: you get stronger grip, you get better posture, improved daily movement, injury prevention. So the risk to reward ratio is really good. You're probably not going to injure yourself, and if you do, you will recover, but the benefits here are really, really good. All right, now for this exit ticket, you are going to have 5 questions here, and the link is right here. So if I hit this link, should bring me here. Yep. For my exit ticket, you're going to write your name here, name one exercise per muscle group, so on and so forth. Just answer the questions and then hit submit. All right, class. So thank you for coming to my lesson today on a little at-home arm workout. Hope you guys enjoyed. Excited to see you guys next time.